It's an amazing communication.
Yeah.
You're listening to Freed on Business. To talk to Jim and his guests, call 305-541-2350. That's 305-541-2350. Now, back to your host, Jim Freed.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Freed on Business. Before we get rolling in the end editorial part, I want to make sure that you know that you can join me tomorrow at the Urban Land Institute, checking in the hospitality market in 2012, acquisitions and repositionings. It's tomorrow from 8 to 10:30, 1000 Ocean Penthouse in Boca Raton. You can still go, call 1-800-321-5011, or just show up tomorrow. They'll charge you $10 more, but it's going to be an awesome program. Not only will I be there, but so will a lot of hospitality experts. I'm going to meet, greet, network, and make money. And then, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be going to the Opal Group's annual Real Estate Investor Summit and Dealmaker Conference here in Miami. It's going to be April 25th through 27th. Last year, more than 200 people from all over the United States joined in. If you'd like to get more information on that, give them a call at 212-532-9898 or email them at info@opalgroup.net. You should go to this. I'm making money because I went last year, and I'm going to make more money because I'm going this year. And now, let's talk about some of the things that are on my mind. I was sitting, waiting to get on the phone, real heavy-duty conference call, was going to need some of the information off my cell phone, and freaking Google pushed an update to my phone that absolutely changed the entire architecture of the way I use and look at the phone right when I need it. I can't believe that they would do that. I mean, I'm used to it when I buy a phone that I got to learn a whole new technology and a whole new language, a whole new system. On this, I can't even find the favorites. What am I going to do? I mean, how can you use your phone in the car if you can't find your favorites? Don't use your phone in the car. We talked about that at the beginning of the show. Drivers that are using their phones in their car is another thing. We talked about the lady that was in the white Audi SUV that was doing the makeup, reading the paper, driving and talking on the phone and putting on her makeup when she cut me off on my way to downtown last week. Could have been a guy, I wasn't sure. It doesn't have to always be a lady. Listen, if you're on the road and you're multitasking, realize that when you're on the road you only have one task. That's keeping the other people alive. If you want to kill yourself, that's okay. Just run over into a tree on the side and we'll all have the rubbernecking. Maybe there'll be a couple of rear-end collisions, but at least you only killed yourself. Don't do something that's going to kill other people. Every week we have the people from the University of Miami Health Center, we refer to them as UHealth on our show, on talking about ways that they save lives. Last week we had a guy on, Josh Hare. Josh is the guy that runs their stem cell research. He was telling us how that within 100 years they'll be able to have people that are born live to be many, many hundreds of years old by replacing body parts. A discussion and debate we can have at another time, but a scientific reality today. I don't want to find out about that by being in an auto accident. So please be a little bit more careful out there. Something else that kind of bothers me is the fact that I've now gotten into, thanks to Johnny305 social media, into tweeting. Yeah, I was on the big board at the Heat game. I've gotten tweets from the Marlins. I've been retweeted by a lot of different people at this point. But the thing that really burns me is that I use Twitter for news. That's right, I get my news from Twitter. Not a bad thing until you click through and get something that's not reduced to mobi. I mean, come on already. If you're going to produce the news and you want to talk to me and you want me to look at your stuff, make it so I can do it on my phone. 1 minute to go or 1 minute total? 1 minute to go. So we're going to go and we're going to thank everybody. I want to thank our sponsors. Of course, I want to thank the University of Miami Health System. We call them UHealth. I want to thank DataCorp. I want to thank the NFL Alumni Association Caring for Kids. I want to thank Lolly Green MSW. She'll be on next week. I want to thank everybody involved, of course, Dr. Richard Franks. I want to thank Rodrigo. I want to thank Nestor. I want to thank Juan. I want to thank Johnny Social 305. If you missed today's show, it'll be up on the website as soon as Juan gets it to me. I want to make sure you stick with us next week when our guest from UHealth is going to be one of the assistant professors in child psychology and behavior sciences. We're going to talk about eating disorders as it's, I guess, a follow-up on Nestor this week. Remember, the person that wants to do something finds a way, the other finds an excuse. Now go out there and make it happen.